I watched the trailer and I gotta say, everybody said that you're the naughty one of the group. What's up? What's up with that?
I don't know. I was like, what? Are you kidding me? I was like, I mean, I don't know. Yeah. What are you going to do? I guess I screw around the most.
Are you the bad boy on set?
I don't really know. I guess so. I mean, the worst thing I do is I just fart all the time. But like, other than that, I'm like, I don't know what else for our team. I don't care. I'm like, I actually made it into the blooper reel we had because we were doing a very intimate scene and just couldn't wait. But yeah, I don't really know why, but I get it, I guess.
It's not a terrible thing to be labeled. People like a bad boy, so it is what it is. You're like, you might as well accept it. It is what it is.
Yeah, you're right. I'll take it with love. I think they mean with love.
You're with special guest Joshua Bassett from High School Musical, the musical, the series. He plays Ricky. You all know how much we love this show because we are huge fans of High School Musical in general, and we really loved High School Musical, the musical, the series. Seriously, we were like obsessed with it. So welcome to the show, Joshua. It's great to have you.
Thank you so much. I'm so happy to be here. You guys are awesome.
Yeah, we'll give you a little background because we're like peak High School Musical age. Like High School Musical, sure. Rhea says like High School Musical defined like her childhood.
Absolutely. It really did. My first concert was High School Musical.
My first musical was High School Musical when I was 8. So I don't know. I'm sure I've said it in like 1,000 interviews, but yeah. Definitely
exactly. So it's all there for us. So when we saw that they were, making your show, we were like, oh boy, like let's hope that they don't like ruin High School Musical. And we, after the first episode, Rhea and I were texting with each other and we were like, oh my God, this is so good. Yeah, we were so happy.
We had guys in the office here be like, I can't stop watching. Like with their girlfriends, they were like, we're hooked into this show. But I want to know your reaction to when they announced the series coming out and also how you got involved with the audition process.
Yeah, so a while ago they were doing the High School Musical 4. I don't know if you remember that, but they had these big auditions in LA and they were like, everybody come. So my mom was like, we gotta go. And I was like, probably 14. And I was like, I don't know. And she was like, let's just go. So we waited in line for like 6 hours. Never heard the thing or whatever. And then years later, this sort of came up. And to be completely honest, I was like, you're kidding me. I was like, no way. I'm not auditioning for that. This is not happening. No way. And my manager was like, come on, like you got to do it. Just do me a favor, please. She normally doesn't do that, but she's like, just do this one. Just do it for me. And I'm like, fine. So I went and auditioned. And then after my audition, they sent me the script. And I remember just reading it in like a Starbucks. And immediately I was like, oh my God. I was like, I have to be a part of this in any way I can. So from then on, I just fell in love with it. And I think that that just shows how brilliant the writing is by Tim Federle because, again, once I read the script, I was completely sold. And honestly, it wasn't a bad thing that people were hating on it because I think when the announcement came out, everyone was like, screw that, it's going to be terrible. And I understand. But then once the trailer came out, I think everyone was like, oh, what? So I think that sort of like buzz around it ended up working in our favor, but that's only because the show is as good as it is, I think.
Yeah, sometimes when there's a lot of hype around something, it's usually like the opposite reaction where people, they don't like live up to the expectation or whatever. So it was almost like you exceed the expectations and beyond it because it was a really, really good show.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah. It has to be like the underdog.
Yeah. And you guys are all incredibly talented. It's unbelievable. Like the entire cast, and I'm excited to see more of the show because I feel like every single cast member is so insanely talented and you don't even like get to see fully everybody's like full talent. You watch not that I did this, but you watch like all these YouTube videos of you guys like doing and interviews and everything, and like they're like, oh, sing this, oh, dance this, oh, sing this, and everybody just crushes it always. What's it like working with that cast and just being surrounded by all these incredibly talented people?
It is the coolest thing in the world when like every day you find out a new hidden talent about people. Like, for example, Matt all of a sudden, like 6 months into filming, drops in that he played violin for like 5 years when he was younger. And I'm like, what? Like all these different people have all these different talents. So I think that's something that Tim really has been taking advantage of in season 2. And that's why I'm excited for, who's this?
My dog literally my dog pushed my door open and jumped on the bed and is now just trying to get me to.
Oh,
he's like, I need Joshua.
Yeah. Hi,
is
buddy.
trying to get me to pay attention to her, but hopefully she just sits. Yep. Nope. She's good. Now she's just
There
laying
you
down.
go.
All right. Yeah.
That's adorable. I made my day.
Oh, good.
But I totally lost. What was I talking about? I love no idea.
Everybody who's so talented on the
Yeah. No, yeah, it's just like it's a crazy talented cast. And honestly, Disney's getting a little too comfortable with that because there's times where they just throw stuff at us. They'll be like, we need you to perform this like tomorrow. And we're like, okay. Or like I'll show up to set and they're literally like, you're playing the guitar today, right? And singing a song. And I'm like, what? Nobody told me that. So I have to like learn a song by ear. They don't give me the chords. So sometimes they're very proactive about that. But yeah, they definitely like rely on our ability to sort of adapt and just throw things at us at all times.
Yeah. And did you guys know that you would be writing music and actually having a say in the songs that come out? Because you and Olivia, you wrote a song together. You wrote a song for the holiday special that's coming up, right?
Yeah. So they basically like, no, go ahead.
No, I mean, that's insane because I feel like usually with a show like High School Musical, the musical, they have writers for all that. They're like, we're going to write the music. You guys just sing what we tell you to sing. And you're not really going to have a say in the creative process. Yeah. But I think it's amazing that they actually let you guys have a say.
Totally. Yeah. I mean, that was like in my last audition, I think I did 3 total. It was in front of all the Disney executives. And, Tim was basically like, hey, I just want to let you know, like we looked at your Instagram. He saw a couple of the songs that I'd written and posted, like Common Sense, like some old songs that I posted. And he was like, we would love if you would give it a shot to like write for the show. And I'm like, what? Like that was just a bananas concept to me. I was like, are you okay? Sure. But yeah, so right off the bat, there was like that idea. And so when it came around to like us actually writing, that was a truly magical experience. And the fact that they even again trusted us season 2 to be like, yo, we want you guys to write again for the show, I think is a huge honor and so unheard of and still doesn't really make sense to me. But yeah, it's pretty nuts. But the cool thing too is like for Just for a Moment, for example, in season 1, the way it works is like it's kind of a blind listening process. So they had us write the song and then we had demo singers sing it. And then all the Disney executives pick after like listening to 6 demos. So that way it wasn't like, because, they didn't know if we were going to suck. So basically they all listened to it and it was a unanimous vote having no idea that we'd written it for Just for a Moment. So that was kind of cool that we got it by them actually liking the song versus them being like, we'll throw them a bone. Like, let's give them this one. So that was pretty neat.
That's awesome. It's a great song. You and Olivia are so great and you have like the chemistry in the show is so fantastic. How is it like off, is she like, how close are you guys? I just feel like you guys are like best friends now.
Yeah, totally. I mean, we're very close. I think, it was kind of cool when they approached us to write that song together. Like we just spent like every hour on and off set, like either sending each other ideas or like when we were on set, anytime we were playing, I would have my guitar or there's like always a piano around. So we definitely spent a lot of time, together. And yeah, I mean, she's really wonderful and she's definitely a homie for sure.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And you obviously are like the Troy Bolton, Zac Efron role in the show, right? And see, now you make that face and I was going to ask, does it annoy you or bother you at all when people say that? Or are you kind of honored or a little bit of both?
I mean, it's like, of course, that's not a bad comparison. Like I would gladly be compared to Zac Efron. But yeah, I mean, it doesn't bother me. I think it was a little bit frustrating trying to explain to people the show because it was like it's such a bizarre concept if you haven't seen it. Like it really is like it doesn't make a lot of sense. But I think once people saw the show, like it's its own thing. I mean, that's kind of how it is with everything. Tim made a good point that like when you're trying to sell something, you have to compare it. People like to compare things to things that they know, and so it's natural for people's instinct to be like, oh, I associate them with this. They're like this, but then obviously as they get to know you, they become like, you become your own thing, and so it's not a bad comparison, and yeah, I'm totally cool with it.
yeah, it was one of those things where I think a lot of people were like, what's even asking us like, what's the concept of the show? Like, are they all just playing the same characters? And it was almost like you had to say, you just have to watch it because
For sure.
you have to watch it to understand it. We are absolutely dying for season 2, and we appreciate that we're getting some content from you guys. This holiday special is coming out December 11th. I watched the trailer, and I gotta say, everybody said that you're the naughty one of the group. What's up with that?
I don't know. I was like, what? Are you kidding me? I was like, I don't know. Yeah. What are you gonna do? I guess I screw around.
Are you the bad boy on set?
I don't really know. I guess so. I mean, the worst thing I do is I just fart all the time. But like, other than that, I'm like, I don't know what else for our team. I don't care. I'm like, I actually made it into the blooper reel we had because we were doing a very intimate scene and just couldn't wait. But yeah, I don't really know why, but I get it, I guess.
It's not a terrible thing to be labeled. People like a bad boy, so it is what it is. You're like, you might as well accept it. It is what it is.
Yeah, you're right. I'll take it with love. I think they mean with love.
Exactly.
How was making this holiday special? What can you tell us about it? Because it looks like it'll just get everyone in the holiday spirit.
Yes, I'm very excited for people to see it. We were able to all watch it as a cast, socially distanced, of course, once we got back to Salt Lake City. But I think the coolest part about it is that you really get to know more about each person, not their character, because we're not playing a character. We are ourselves in the special, and I think that people are going to really love that sort of refreshing twist to it. We got to learn about our home lives and our sort of Christmas traditions, but also like I'm telling you, every number is. Am I allowed to cuss on this?
Yeah, sure can.
This is not the worst thing I've ever said, but every number is kick ass, and I think people are gonna like absolutely fall in love with. I know, right? Wow, big
mild thing.
Josh,
I know.
Josh, that was really cute.
I can turn.
That was really cute.
If you want, I am the bad boy apparently.
Listen.
So.
People might need it because they're listening to me and they're like, that was so pure compared to what.
Yeah. That is so funny too. That like after all that, say I'm on the naughty list. I'm like, can I say ass?
Yeah.
So please use butt, okay?
Yeah. It's a kick butt episode. No, but I think people are just gonna love it. And Tim is his directing debut, and I think that there's so many magical special moments, and it's so diverse too. Like the different numbers and dances that we do, it's so fun.
That's really
and exciting. It's just one step closer to season 2, and there's a sneak peek too that I think you guys are gonna love.
Yes, we love a sneak peek, although I get upset that I'm gonna have to wait like another year, right, to see season 2.
I wouldn't say a year. No, I honestly have no idea, but I would definitely not say a year. I think it'll tide people over just enough.
Yeah. Are you filming right now?
We are filming right now, yes. I'm currently in Salt Lake City, Utah. We're just finishing everything out. It was so strange too when everything got shut down, because we just, we all got together and they were like, okay, we're going to be going home for 2 weeks. And I'm like, okay, cool. But then at the same time, like Disneyland was closed, and I was like, I don't know. I was like, Disneyland isn't closed for nothing. So it's just like, it's been taking forever to get back, but I'm so happy to be back in this weekend.
Yeah. I gotta say, we were both, when production on shows started to shut down and take breaks, we were both very worried. like you have all your shows that you're like, oh God, they're not going to come back for so long. And then we were both like, oh no, what about High School Musical, the musical, the series? Like we've been waiting for so long. So we're very honestly, happy. Yeah.
Josh was like, these girls need to get a life. They like this show
no, it's
too
great.
much.
No, it's a great show. I mean, I get it, but honestly, this is gonna be so whatever. The biggest bummer for me is for season 2, and this is like a normal trend, is like I like was really like going to the gym like a lot, and I was like, I knew that I was gonna have like shirtless scenes in season 2, so I was like, okay, I gotta like get ready for this stuff. And then I'm like, I'm going. And literally the day before I had a shirtless scene when I was like in the peak shape of my entire life, the day before is when we shut down. And then mid-pandemic, after I've like completely fallen off, can't go to the gym, just eating garbage, Tim's like, okay, we're gonna have you and Matt take off your shirts in the holiday special. And I'm like, are you kidding me? So I was pretty disappointed by that. But we got back now that I'm able to go back to the gym. So anyway, that was the biggest bummer for me.
That's a hilarious
work for nothing.
Hilarious problem to have, but also very relatable. I feel like a lot of people, when they were like doing something right before it shut down, then it was just like downhill.
I feel like everyone was in their groove, and then
everyone was set back, maybe in different ways. Like not all of us have shirtless scenes to worry about, but that's
yeah. Well, everybody has their own version of that, right? So Josh, you I think your story is really cool just because, you have 5 sisters, right? Like you are the only boy, which I love because I feel like boys who have sisters just are the best because they get it. They understand a little bit more. Like I have a brother and a sister, so he has two sisters. So like we always not gang up on him, but it's like you're a sensitive soul. You have two sisters. Like how was it growing up with five sisters?
Yeah, it was definitely like 1 versus 5. So like I'm very, very good at like arguing with people, like, which is probably not the best trait, but I mean, yeah, I think that it just like, I really do say this all the time that like, I am, they say you are your 5 closest friends. And I was homeschooled with my 5 sisters. So I really feel like I can accurately look at like myself and like, there's a part of me, a part of each sister in me, I think. And that's like because I'm second to youngest. So I just think that I was so blessed to grow up with 5 sisters. And I honestly, people are like, didn't you wish you had a brother? And I'm like, I didn't really think about it. I mean, my little sister was basically like my little brother. Like she was a tough one, but yeah, I mean, it was great. And also like it was great for creativity. We would always like make things. And anytime like we had downtime, we would like write, shoot, and edit and watch like a film every day. Like we just had actors to like work with. And so like, that was really great. Even when I was like 10 or 11, just to like, be able to get creative and have fun with them or roller skating, whatever we did, we had a ball every day.
Yeah. You probably learned a lot from them. I'm thankful for my older sister. I feel like she taught me a lot. I'm always like, you taught me like how to be cool. So thank you.
For sure. I mean, yeah. And I was also like a very, very emotional kid. Like very like to the point where it was a little much, and like people would get mad at me because it was like, and I had a really rough like phase when I was like 11. I was like, every night I would go home like, just don't cry tomorrow. Do not cry tomorrow. And then the next night I'd be like, I cried, damn it. I'd be like, what? Of course I didn't say damn it when I was 11, but I was just like, I know the worst word I could say. Again, I'm really, really potty mouth on this podcast, but anyway, yeah, I definitely. But then again, like when I was like 6, I still have a vivid memory of like all my sisters being in my older sister's room and me like wanting to come in. They like locked the door, and so then I like cried and ran to my mom. I was like, "Mom, they're not letting me play Lula's Pet Shop," and then my mom would like drag me in there, and they'd be like, "You got to play with your brother." And then as soon as she leaves, they'd be like, "Well, we don't even want to play anymore," and then everyone would leave, and I'd be like, it was devastating, but yeah.
You know what? Look, it probably made you a little tougher in the end. Like you were emotional, and it was like, all right, tough love.
Right, for sure. And I think that that's another thing too, is growing up in that environment of, no, like, and my dad's like a softie. My dad's such a sweetheart. I think that like, it was a good environment where I didn't, there was no like, none of the toxic masculinity stuff. It was very like, very healthy.
Yeah, love that. And you know what? I feel like that is helps nurture a creative soul. You're a songwriter, you got all this stuff going on, you're a phenomenal actor, you play all these instruments, like I see your guitar in the back, like you got everything's right there, like just and the keyboard and everything, like
you're in your own band.
Exactly.
Yeah. So it's just really cool to see that and to see you kind of succeeding at this age, and this show is so awesome, and we're so excited to continue continue watching it.
Yeah, thank you. I mean, I'm so excited for people to see it, and that's the real truth. Is that like I literally I can't do it as much now because of all the rules because of COVID, but any given moment when I'm not on set, I will stick around and just stay at the monitor and like watch, and like I am such a fan of this show, and I love it too. And I love watching everyone else in the cast. And I think that season 2 has got so much so much gold that I'm so excited for people to see. I cannot wait. Yeah.
We can't wait.
We're really excited. And is there any like upcoming projects besides High School Musical, the musical, that you're working on? Or are you just waiting this out? Or
you got your music career?
Yeah. The music career.
Yeah. I mean, one of the great things about this quarantine for me has been that it's given me the time to really like hone in on my songwriting, hone in on my producing, hone in on all that stuff. And so I do have my debut EP coming out. I can't say when yet, but I'm announcing it very, very soon. So stay tuned. But it's it's coming very soon. Again, I can't give any information away, but I'm so proud of this body of work, and I'm just so excited to finally get it out. And a lot of people who follow me on Instagram will like recognize some of the songs and I think that'll actually be kind of cool to see the evolution from like as soon as I write them, I'll like make a little video and put it on Instagram and like to see how it's all kind of like fully formed out. But yes, lots of music coming, and I'm already working on my next project, and I'm so stoked about that too. So yes, lots to come. I can't say anything about it. I'm sorry, but I
totally fine.
We're used to it. That's
totally
really
fine.
cool.
Yeah. But people just like to hear that there's stuff coming, you know?
Yeah.
Yes.
Tell everyone where they can follow you though, so everyone can keep up and know when this EP is coming out.
I'm glad you asked. On almost, I think every social media platform is just Joshua T. Bassett. I couldn't get Joshua Bassett, unfortunately. But I'm sure if you just look at my name, you'll find me. But yeah, that's my Instagram is probably the best place. That's the most like up to date one where I have all my information at. So yeah, that's the place to go.
Love it. Everybody give Joshua a follow. Make sure you're staying up to date. Also, can't wait for the holiday special and the second season of High School Musical, the musical series. Thank you so much for joining our show. Everyone tune into the holiday special, December 11th. Thank you again, Joshua.
Thank you guys. I really love your energy and everything. I appreciate it. You guys so much.
Good. And my dog says goodbye as well.
Oh, bye-bye.
She's been sitting like this whole time.
Oh, what a sweetheart. Oh, my God.
Right. Oh, man.
Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate you having me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Have a good one.
Bye.
Peace out, guys.